burst the early game potential. But this only means that we are going to see a roaming support Selena. And I don't know how I feel about that, because I still think she is more decent as a mage, get those items in a little bit quicker, but I guess the idea behind it is for Team Flash to look for early game fights, try to end the game early because the burst damage that Leader can put on. You couple that with the fact that Granger is one of the hardest hitting heroes when he gets his Death Sonata, so Team Flash looking to close the game out early, while EVOS actually picks up the Cyclops. It's a one-of-a-kind pick. Yes. I would say that's how our brand Cyclops is a one-of-a-kind pick.
Yep, it is. But then again, look at EVOS. They are lacking the hard CC actually, right? JPL has that the Way of Dragon, but that is the only one that has the hard CC. So having that Cyclops gives them that added hard CC, if you will. So 2 hard CCs on the side of EVOS, and that is very important, especially when you go for team fights.
Yeah, I think they are looking to burst people down. You know, you mentioned about the hard CC, the Stars Planet Lockdown would definitely be a very, very good form of additional stun alongside the Way of the Dragon. But with that being said, here we go. Game 2 between EVOS SG against Team Flash.
Welcome to the Land of Dawn, the first game of the second series. We have EVOS on the right and Team Flash on the left, which is the blue corner. What is both teams going to do here in this early game, Eric?
Well, I think first and foremost, it is going to be a case of Team Flash looking for the early game gang. But interestingly enough, we're going to see Selena put more focus on the top side alongside Dara. But look at that, JPL dealing so much damage against Fenrir, but Dara is there to protect his Selena. Meanwhile, bot lane, Adamir, can he actually get the first blood? One more auto attack, but Pokemon just manages to escape with the slightest of health.
Yep, if Adamir has that lethal counter, gone.
Well, we all wish we had our ultimate early game. Unfortunately, Adamir will have to settle for that. But that is still a good engagement, because this means that Adamir can still stay in lane, manage to shut off the wave out. If he wants to cut the lane, he can. But we already see Fenrir starting to make his way onto the bottom lane to support that banner that time.
Yep, he will though. But it's surprising to see that Potato is using the Cyclops Hyper. This is the first time I'm seeing it. I am really excited to see how it works. But you look at that, Adamir caught in the pickle. Fenrir get that one, but it seems like Fenrir secures one for himself. So first blood on Fenrir. Seems like both teams now, they realize that the Lord is going to be spawning top half of it, and they start to rotate.
JPL taking a lot of hit coming up from the Rhapsody, but no follow-up just yet. A1, A2 going to be just cleaning up the lane. Stella indeed playing the mid support.
Okay, and
they love to trade. This bot lane is just so exciting to watch.
Yeah, they're just going to kiss, and then they're just going to, you know, kiss, and then after that go away, right? Wait
just
until
just a peck.
Yeah, just a peck, you know? So wait until Bellman reaches that level 4. Once he has that ultimate, it will not be like that. But look at that. Seems like waiting for an engagement. Taylor just unloads the clip in the middle. They are not going to commit to any team fight yet because the turtle is still up. They really want to go for this turtle bad, both of these teams.
Yes, and the Team Flash won the contest, but French is still clearing up this blue camp. EVOS as he's going to dig and drag that turtle further into the side of the jungle. Good block coming out from Adam and JPL to take the shots coming from Death Sonata. A lockdown comes up from Potato, but they're not going to commit to that fight.
Yeah, it seems like EVOS, both EVOS and Team Flash, they are not committing into any unnecessary team fight. They are very disciplined, right? That's the amount of respect shown by both teams for each other, right? I think they are only going to commit to fights when they feel that they can win the team fight. So for now, it seems like they are just clearing the jungles and rotate as much as possible.
Yeah, I want to see more work done by A1, A2 on this Lilia. The Shadow Energy does give a lot of burst, but he needs time to set it up. She needs the Magic Shockwave to get the Angry Bloom to eat up the shots. But now coming to the top side here, boom! The last Insanity goes in onto the back line. He burns the Flicker, but they wouldn't mind that too much because now they can look to bully this top wave.
Yep, JPL, Way of Dragon, get that one. But Potato secures that one for himself. But look at that coming in. Potato as well. Granger secures one. Potato goes down. JPL is slow, trying to save himself, but no way stays Granger. So 2 for 1 trade for a Team Flash.
Oh, the leader counter, not enough damage, and the Eye for an Eye gets Pokemon out of trouble. Pokemon showing who's boss.
Yep, there you go. Top there. They are still fighting here. Dara, low on health, 20%. EVOS, Gear trying to get that. He has no Firaga armor, which means there's no last incentive. He can't repeat what he did in the first kill.
That's going to give a little bit of a space for Team Flash. Soon going to be taking away that gold plating and talking about the energy shield. 30 more seconds before it goes down. EVOS actually yet to find a huge team fight, but Team Flash doing really well at keeping up the momentum.
Yep, JPL. He realized that the second turtle will be out, so he's just opening up the map for his teammates to make sure that the bush is free. Sayla is that a flame shot? Was that a flame shot?
No, that's like the sniper rifle.
Sniper rifle from Beatrix. So the second turtle is out. There will be a contest here. Gear will start off the turtle. Everyone is just hovering up top. Turtle will be reset. Potato is not there, that's what he said. But look at Fenrir trying to engage JPL. Will use that Shumpo to escape on the back line. Dara is going to go up against Gear. Turtle is at half life. Where is Potato? Last insanity has been popped. Tuna manages to escape. But look at that. Gear caught in the middle. Surprisingly low. He's still fighting back. But then again, Ranger manages to secure that turtle. But EVOS is fighting back. Two for nothing on the side of EVOS.
Yeah, here JPL and Adamir playing very sustainable heroes in their lineup, being able to soak all that frontline damage coming off of Team Flash. Just too much at this point for the contenders to actually challenge in these huge team fights. I think Team Flash, they need to focus a lot more on making sure that they farm on the side of the lanes while not giving away too much objectives. In that case, I felt like the total contest was a bit too greedy. They were just not ready for it.
Yeah, even though they secured the turtle side of Suna, right, they are still lacking in terms of gold. But speaking of which, JPL trying to get into the backline, but Dara pops the falling star wound to escape. It doesn't matter, right? Their main focus is to secure the turtle, and they got to secure the T1, and they got that.
Yeah, not only that, Team Flash is also starting to push both the mid and the bottom lane. The Shumpo coming up, but while that happens, EVOS Ashley will pick up a kill onto Dara, onto the top side. Team Flash, they really want this middle turret, but they can't because Balmond is there to just clear everything away with the Cyclone Sweep.
Yep, it seems like both teams are mirroring each other really well. There you go, EVOS trying to steal the jungle out of Team Flash, and they managed to secure that purple buff for the side. JPL in the middle for V1. Benedetta, Pokemon secure that, and Gear will be just clearing the creep wave up in the middle, so both teams will reset.
Not because of loss for EVOS actually, it is only a tank after all, but we're starting to see Pokemon trying to be that annoying Benedetta, split pushing the side waves out so that she can join back with the rest of the fight when she is summoned into those huge team clashes. But Fenrir use that Visor Arrow landing on the Gear. I don't think they have enough damage to take on Xbox, but they will try.
Yep, 3v2 for now. They have Potato. EVOS have Potato up top. But it seems like even though Team Flash have one man with them, they are not going to commit to that team fight. Instead, they're going to go for this turtle. JPL trying to stop Fenrir. Fenrir will use that flicker to escape. But look at Potato. There you go. Suna secures one on JPL. Last insanity into the backline. Gear can hit side. Boom! Secures one. 3 men down for Team Flash. 3 for 1 on the side of EVOS.
Unfortunately, A1, A2 didn't have the little black shoes, but now, next up, Pokemon in the middle manages to just dodge at the nick of time with an eye for an eye. Well, EVOS Ashley will be really happy with that fight. They managed to pick up 3 kills, I believe, onto both Suna and A1, A2. It's tough to see how Team Flash can have a way back into this game unless they can start to get a lot of this goal. But, you know, it's Team Flash, very real. What is the damage coming off a Potato?
Well, look at that damage and look at the aggression coming in. 3v1. The Way of Dragon secures that on the Benedetta. Pokemon goes down. Now they're trying to steal this raid buff out of the jungle. JPL trying to zone out sooner, trying to get that. He have no way of dragon, so he can't push him to the back. Potato will secure that orange buff though. They're trying to siege this T2 and they will not get it for now.
We did say that Esmeralda doesn't have a lot of counter, but the Planet Stars attack coming out from Potato, it is shredding away those shields as quickly as Dara can game that. Meanwhile, middle lane, JPL with the catch up into the way of the dragon, catches Julius in a bad position, and without A1, A2, EVOS SG will try to push the man advantage. Unfortunately, Team Flash is there to protect the tier 2 in the middle.
Yep, the way you say EVOS SG rotates, you know for a fact that they want to go for objective. But they did one better. They secure kills as well. And you look at the score right now, 11-6. We are at the 9-minute mark. In terms of goal difference, is 5K. Is that huge at this point of time?
EVOS actually looking to push, like you said. They really want to close this game out cleanly, but Team Flash putting up a really good fight and making sure that they don't lose too much ground. Meanwhile, both teams will look to secure the next big objective. That's going to be none other than Lord.
Yep, the 6th man of the team. Both teams will want to try to contest for this Lord, but look here, Adamant going one-on-one against Pokemon. Look at that. This is the emotional fight we're looking for. With that little counter, did not manage to secure that one, so Pokemon managed to save himself. Now Adamir caught in a pickle, using that Cyclone Tip to save himself. 2v1 dash. Sonata was used by Sunasa, but not by Suna, but not enough damage for Adamir.
Adamir can hopefully catch them off. It could have been a big good pick-off, but good recall. Unfortunately, not enough time for A1, A2 to do the same. He gets caught out by JPL, and that's going to be a free pick-off. And that looks kind of dangerous, especially when you have a lot marching down your base from the top lane.
Yep, Lord is going to be on the top. So EVOS, what they're looking to do now is to sink the wave. Adamir will do his job in the bottom. Beatrix will start to clear the creep waves in the middle. They are trying to get this creep wave in sync right now. This is going to be a problem for Team Flash.
Yeah, I like how, Sayla is just using the Rainer's empathy to spot out members with that sniper coming out from the bushes. When he hits someone, it hurts as well. So he was actually making really good use of that range. But look at JPL, he's diving on the backline. He really wants A1, A2. He forces the Black Little Shoes, and that's going to be 3 members of Team Flash. Immediately up, make that 4. Now Pokemon, what can he do? He's all by himself. Lord still at a quarter of HP. Suna will come up at the right time, but there's only so much that the 2 of them Team Flash can do. And just like that, EVOS Ashy will pick up game 1.
Wow. They're going to go with a full tank build Ruby with played by Fenrir. But when we look at EVO's composition, they are super late game composition. Aldous, Tamus, Alice. So can they be aggressive though in the beginning?
Definitely. They have this Matilda that can output the damage in the early game. On top of it all, they also have the Beatrix, super hard to fight against in the mid lane, very hard to catch her out. And you consider the fact that EVOS SG doesn't have too much to fear from the side of Team Flash. Yes, there is a Ruby, but is it more than enough?
Welcome to the land of Dawn, Mobile Legends Bang Bang fans. This could potentially be the last game of the series. EVOS is up by 1, but Team Flash to push this to game number 3. We're going to focus here up in the middle. It's going to be 2v2. No big fight's going to happen here. They're just going to clear the creep wave.
Yeah, you can see JPL trying to invade using the Soul Bloom to add some damage. That doesn't really steal away the purple buff, but job's done. All he has to do is just apply pressure in the early game. And the fact that Fenrir is not as tanky as he would like to be in the opening stages as a Ruby, I think this is where EVOS SG can look to exploit this early game.
Pokemon going up 1-on-1 with Adamir. I would like to call this the battle of the mages. Now in this early, both basically are late game heroes. But in the early game, I will give it a bit more towards Harris.
Here onto the bot lane. Meanwhile, we do see the invade coming in. JPL using the guided zone. Is it more than enough? A1, A2 going to come to better as well. Taylor in a very bad position. And now he will have to dodge, but there is only so much that the Beatrix can do. He will burn the flash, but it is Team Flash that walked away the first blood. Meanwhile, bot lane Dara and Ivor and I once again comes up. They pick up the Hyper, which is the Aldous, and EVOS actually punished.
Just like that, Team Flash is up 2-0. They're gonna fight again, 2v1 here. Team Flash trying to chase Adame. Adame is super low right now. Now she manages to escape with a silver left, but look at that. EVOS is now on the aggression with gear. They want Dara so bad. Dara using that mobility and trying to escape your gear. Oh, one more. Need the Skype to hit, but no. Mountain Skype misses gear.
That's a dead.
There's a dead Dara. Okay. Still managed to secure that one.
He tried to reset the damage counter, but in the mid lane, A1, A2 once again proving why he's so comfortable on this Kagura. He gets his umbrella down onto the Matilda, gets instantly bursted down. Like I said, Matilda is no longer as tanky as she is compared to the previous patches, and JP has to play very carefully now with this Matilda.
Alright, the first turtle of the game will go to Team Flash. We're going to focus here in the bottom half. Adame going to out Pokemon 1v1. The battle of the mages seems like it's going to be JPL trying to jump in. Will we see a circling eagle here? Not yet, but A1, A2 is hiding in the bush, waiting for the right time to come out. It's going to be 3v2. For now, 3v3. Fenrir is back. The gang is here. They're just hovering now. Not going to commit into any team fights. Mr. JPL trying to fish out Fenrir. It's going to go out. Yeah,
just using the Ranner's empathy to try to scout out members hiding into the bush. They're also using a Soul Bloom. A lot of hidden mechanics that EVOS actually can use to stick out members of Team Flash. Now going into the mid, I think Fenrir here trying to look for a fight, trying to open up the map like you said for Team Flash.
Yep, they will focus the Little Wanderer will be secured by Suna. Focusing up the top again. They are rotating top a lot right now. Potato is up top. Will we see a fight happening here in the top lane? Fenrir will be activated that. Circling Eagle will be shoved. Salmon Force is activated. Pokemon trying to get secure one for himself, but instead Esmeralda secures one on that Elders. 1-0 on the side of Team Flash, but they are still fighting. Look at Dara trying to get JPL though, super low. Beatrix secures one, adds one to her name, so it's going to be 1-1 for both teams.
Yeah, perfect situation for Team Flash. They are winning this early game, but they need to try to take objectives, because the later the game goes on, the stronger the Alice gets, the stronger the Aldous gets. And this is two heroes that you don't want to face against the later stages as the game drags.
Yep, they have to do it right. They have to be aggressive. EVOS is a ticking time bomb. Once you hit that 15-minute mark, if you can't close the game, EVOS will have this. Most likely will have this in the back. We're going to focus here in the bottom lane. They start to rotate because the second turtle is out. Seems like Esmeralda Suna will start off the turtle. EVOS coming in. JPL will start initiation. Fenrir will go into the bit of circling eagle. Here comes the fight coming in. Fenrir super low. Look at that. Samus secures one. Fenrir goes down. Zaman Force has been laid down. Here is low. He's trying to save his sushi. He's going to run away. A little final blow will be used. It's going to be 1-1 for the fight. Wow.
Yeah, Team Flash gonna be very happy with that, but EVOS actually, they don't lose too much in that fight. It's only gear, and we know the later game drags, Tamus will sort of recover to a certain extent. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the builds that we've come up. A1, A2 now starting to build into more damage. We already have the Bloodlust X coming off the Dara. That's going to help a lot with the survivability. We saw how the Electro Finder Blow managed to get himself out of trouble while picking up Tamus. Pick up Tamus, he also does have the Bloodlust X. I think they Pokemon onto the bot lane. Zamafan has been popped. Trying to use it to zap around the synchro feature. Dragging against the wall. Geo taking a lot of damage. The Autobot coming up from Ruby, drags him back, followed by the Starling Starmoon. Good combo up with Team Flash. By here comes Potato. Is it more than enough? The Circling Eagle will target down Potato, and they just have enough damage. But A1, A2 comes out with the Yin-Yang overturn. Will hook onto Potato, then lock him down right onto place. Fenrir now dropping to a quarter of HP, will be forced to go back as Sailor comes out with a Renner's Rage. And EVOS actually, they're sticking around. They won this tier 1. JPL gonna use the Soul Bloom as well. A1, A2 forced to move back, and EVOS actually will walk away really happy with the first tier Tyrant.
Wow, that was a long team fight, and it's only 1-for-1 trade. A bit of advantage for EVOS because they secured that T1. But this is the macro that we're talking about, right? If you don't win team fight, what's the next better thing? Secure your objective. So EVOS is doing everything right here. The difference is not huge.
Top lane, Edemir getting caught out of position. Eye for an eye comes up, but he runs out of mana. And Alice without mana is a dead Alice. And now Gil might have to take the bait. Alice already built out. A1, A2 comes in. The open umbrella will get one. Gil soon after throwing someone. But look at the Soul Bloom's damage. Brings Pokemon and Dara to a quarter of HP. And now JPL will summon the rest of his team with the guiding wind, as Team Flash will have to back off after getting the kill onto the towers.
Yep, 1-4-0 for Team Flash. They are still winning that team fight. They realize this is going to reset because Turtle is out. They want to get Edemir. Someone Force will be laid down. 2-0 for Team Flash. They should be getting the T1. They get it. They can go for this Turtle if they want to. But look at EVOS, JPL just walking there.
Yeah, I think it's a very good call coming up from Team Flash. They initially wanted to start the total. They spotted a better objective at the top lane. They said, we can take this Alice and we can still take the tier 1. Let's go for it. And that's what they did. They cornered the Alice. The Alice didn't have mana at that point in time. And that was a good decision by Team Flash. Meanwhile, we are really starting to see the Beatrix starting to build up. Look at that. The Renner's Empathy. Just one shot from her brought A1, A2 down to half HP.
Yep, so that's something that Team Flash would need to take note of. Now, again, like we mentioned before, EVOS is on a taking time bomb. Edemir is in the middle using that blood flow to escape one-on-one. Pokemon, Agia is going, it's up. Now they're going to start that. Suna will start the turtle. Seems like EVOS will they do. JPL trying to get into the back line. Fenrir into them. I'm offended. It's going to go down. Matilda, Potato is nowhere to be seen. He's not going to be contesting for this slot since their tanker is down.
Yeah, so smart of EVOS SG. They know they couldn't challenge for the turtle, so they're going to focus more on the mid and bottom lane. Meanwhile, Team Flash will be very happy with that. They managed to catch JPL in no man's land. Top lane, we do see Suna and Pokemon starting his late stage on tier 2. He will even use the Zaman Force a little bit early in my opinion, but any damage on the turret is welcomed by Team Flash.
Yep, Dara one-on-one with Edemir. Can use that. Look at that blood ode. Slowly melting Dara, but Dara manages to escape. That's the mobility of the Benedetta, if you will. Manages to escape with a silver of health.
Yeah, I think Edemir would have loved to pursue that Benedetta who was really low, but he ran out of mana. Good blood Ode as well as blood all to stun onto the Benedetta, but we already saw with the blood next. Dara is a lot more sustainable now onto the side lane, so it's kind of like an even fight if you think about it. However, into the mid, Team Flash trying to defend this middle turret while EVOS actually looks for a gank.
Yep, Potato up here with Dara. No engagement for him. When you look at the goal difference, right? EVOS is going for the late game. The difference in goal is not much, right? Which means that they are still in the right track. Yes, Zaman Force will be laid down. JPL trying to get that circling eagle, but look at that engagement coming in from EVOS. But Pokemon now going back. Suna trying to get JPL, is rising low. Potato secures one on Esmeralda. Esmeralda goes down. Look at Potato yet again. Kagura secures one on Samus. Look at the back line. Dara trying to escape himself, but that blood and that blood Dara yet again manages to escape a Pokemon with that Zaman Force trying to catch Potato. Potato will be running away, saving himself. JPL just standing by, and there you go. Both teams will reset with 2 for 1 on the side of Team Flash.
A brave play coming out from Dara, dancing between the enemy lines. Nearly caught out there by the flowing blood, but EVOS actually would not be able to pick him up. However, that is pretty much a drawn out fight. Both teams walking away with 2 kills. I think we can admit that Gear played a little bit greedy there. The Corduroy Inferno not enough to keep him alive as A1, A2 punishes him with an Yin-Yang overturn. About Team Flash here, looking to take another big objective. The Renner's Empathy will not land onto Fenrir, but JPL spots him out with the Soul Bloom.
Yep, when you talk about JPL, right, KDA 025, even though Matilda is squishy, but it doesn't seem that way when we look at their KDA. So that is JPL at its finest. Right now, they look at the map itself. It seems like both teams will be hovering around the bottom half of the map, You know, the Lord is there, but Phantom's going to start this fight though. Don't run Wolfie relative better, but JPL into the back line. Zama Force has been there by Pokemon, but Kagura, A182 secure to 1. 2 game. EVOS, look at Gear trying to engage, but no engage. Taylor unloads the clip, but so far, no kills have been secured yet. Both teams are still fighting. 1 for nothing, 2 for nothing on the side of Team Flash. EVOS securing 1, so 2 for 2 right now. And it seems like both teams will reset, but no, it seems like they won this fight again. A182, look at that, Zama for spots again. Morning Star will be trying to secure that T1. In the middle, they will secure this T1. They won that T1 so bad.
Yeah, the chase bait coming out of Potato, landing onto Pokemon, but not enough damage just yet. And all Pokemon has to do is just use the Chrono Dash to get past the wall and still bite back with the Synchro Fusion. And that's why Harif is just so tough to deal with. It's such a, mobile mage, marksman, that combination coming in. And now Team Flash looking to secure the Lord. Do they have enough time? Can EVOS actually come in to get the steal? Fortunately, Team Flash was secured without losing any of their members.
Yeah, Potato was like, alright guys, just give them the Lord. Alright, we are taking time bomb. It's at 12 minutes right now. Wait for 15. If they can't close this, it's going to be our time to shine. So what Team Flash need to do right now is basically sink the wave. There's always the common thing, right? If you secure the Lord, you have to secure an objective.
Yeah, EVOS actually, or more particularly, Pokemon talked about how important it is to sink the wave. When you don't do that, you can't push those waves out. Meanwhile, top lane, Benedict clearing it up, and Team Flash, they are gearing up for a fight. Can they actually find one?
Seems like look at Team Flash, they will be sieging together with the Lord, which means that they want a team fight. Wait for Fenrir, he will initiate. Once he initiates, the team will jump in. Look at that, they want to go for Potato though. They are still thinking of what to do now. It's going to be a waste. Well, it's not going to be a waste a lot. They secured T2, but they get the jungle. Look at it. Zama Force will start the fight. Alexa tries to go from the back line. So Gura, Steamy Umbrella, Yin and Yang over to throws him down. It's going to be 1 for nothing. 1 for 1. Enemy in the front line using the Blood Ore. And the Blood Ore. Can he secure one on Dara? Dara manages to escape. Look at that Potato. It's straight. Trying to aim in the back line. He wants Potato bad. He doesn't have that punch though. Zama Force will be laid down by his Pokemon. Potato wants him bad. Look at that. Shut down. Sailor secures 1. Harem support 1. Potato secure 1. Soon as trying to escape here. It's gonna be 1. Almost Dara. Oh, manages to escape. Stop the wipeout for EVOS. My word.
Yeah, Team Flash, they overstayed their welcome. They really wanted the tier 3 onto the bottom lane. Unfortunately, EVOS actually manages to punish Team Flash. They dived the tier 3, they dove it, they wanted the Tamus, they eventually got it, but by then they had took too much damage and Potato came in the nick of time, just smashes everyone to smithereens, and then from then on it was all about enemies slowing them down with the Ice Cream Wand and cleaning up the members of Team Flash.
This is it, the ticking time bomb. EVOS will have this advantage in the late game. Now, let's talk about the macro side of it. They have that. Potato will be clearing the jungle on the side of Team Flash. Now, Team Flash, when you look at how they rotate, sticking in the bottom half of the map, they are in the defensive side of the game.
EVOS SG now looking to split push, using the Eldos to push out the waves, and then eventually using the chase fit, join back into the team fight. And that Soul Steal is starting to hurt quite a bit. We see, if you look at the side of Team Flash, they really want to fight games, or rather fight battles that drag out, because they have lost sustain coming off the Harris as well as the Esmeralda. But when the fight gets too long and they start to run off these huge cooldowns, EVOS actually can use the sustain coming up from Adamir to fight him back. And now Potato
caught in the middle. Diamond Force will be activated here. Potato is dead low. He's trying to save himself a little final blow. But then again, Potato is down. Pokemon secures that one. But then again, triple kill on the side of Sailor. Having the defensive as well. JPL is low. Trying to get the A182 Kagura. Instead, JPL goes down. A182 secures that one. It's gonna be 3-4 Team Flash. EVOS winning that team fight again in this late game.
Yeah, I think EVOS actually, they don't mind losing these members. You mentioned they are a ticking time bomb, and as long as they don't lose any of the tier 3, and they get these engagements where the Potato as well as Adamir are farming up, they will get stronger. Tamos is starting to get a lot tankier. We're no longer seeing the Tamos get constantly bursted down. The fact that he does have, Vengeance also helps him to sustain in the fight. He helps to deflect damage. Let's take a look at what happened in the fight. So he started out with Pokemon getting caught out of position, but he survives long enough for the Alice to come in, uses the Water Truncheon at the nick of time, soaks up all this damage. Pokemon 1v4, nothing could have done there, but good eye for damage from A1, A2. The Yin Overturn will secure Pokemon, or rather will secure the kill onto JPL. Wow, the rest of EVOS FG has really backed off.
Alright, we're going to focus here back into the top half of the map. That is where the Luminous Lord is waiting, just sitting for that. Here again, they want Edmund. Zaman Force has got to do it again. Someone's going to go down. It seems like Alice is going to go down here. Look at that Pokemon trying to escape. Here comes Potato flying into the middle. That's it, just fighting again. Bumps all around. Zaman Force secures. There was Taylor goes down in the hands of Pokemon. There you go. Benedetta secures one on Potato. Almost got a wipeout, but then again, Team Flash fighting back. Wow, JPL is the only one left. No wipeout yet for this game, but they will secure the inhibitor. They are fighting back. Team Flash want to push it to game number 3. Zaman puts them out. Look at the trip coming, and they're going to go for the crystal. We're going to go back to game number 3.
Team Flash, a hard battle, and at times you wonder, is it enough? But eventually, they bring the series to a 1. However, it could be a Chunga side lane, and then a mid Beatrix. I think that is a little bit more viable. Chunga really hard to catch out. Just stick at the back and just use the meteor shower to just clear up the wave. It is a very good turtle comp coming from EVOS actually, very back to front, right? If you're focusing too much on the Beatrix and the Roger, then that Chunga is going to shred you to bits with the meteor shower. However, if she's caught out of position, then that is going to be a bulk of damage coming for EVOS actually. So win conditions are set. Let's see who's going to take that win. And as Fizzy likes to say, welcome to the land of dawn. It is going to be the final match of the day between EVOS SG and Team Flash.
This is the finals, ladies and gentlemen. Someone will be going home with that one loss. That ache will be broken. Team Flash on the blue side, EVOS SG is going to be on the red side. We're going to focus here in the middle. Again, similar to the first 2 games, no fight yet. It's just going to clear the waves, and they're just going to focus on the Hypers getting to level 4 under 2 minutes.
Flash, interesting lane competition again. Asmorda in the jungle. Meanwhile, EVOS actually using the Soul Bloom on JPL to put pressure on this Asmorda. It is going to be a Hyper Roger getting right as well. Do they have enough damage to take down Fenrir? Here comes JPL with the guiding wind. He's going to pull Sailor closer towards him, and they are really chasing for Fenrir. They will pick up the Kurofra, and then Yin Overton's not available because they're also low. But Team Flash manages to walk away with most of their heroes intact without being able to punish EVOS SG.
Well, talking about being aggressive here, EVOS SG, right? Straight from the get-go. Clear the wave, be aggressive, and speaking of which, here, try to steal the jungle away from Team Flash. Try to dehydrate the resources, if you will.
Flash now having to recover from that first blood, taken away by EVOS SG onto Fenrir. It's not the biggest of loss, but everyone wants to have a perfect start. However, EVOS SG having the bulk of the damage early game because of this Matuda on her Soul Bloom. You can definitely see them trying to bully Flash in the opening stages of Game 3.
Yep, 3v2, Fenrir winds it out with the revenge coming in Suna with the falling Star Moon, trying to get this 3v2 fight to their favor. Fenrir trying to save himself, flame shot misses by JPL, 1-4. Nothing on the side of EVOS, and Turtle is up.
It was actually doing a very good job in the early game. Now they will secure the turtle like you said. I don't think Team Flash should contest for this. It's going to be very, very dangerous for them if they give too much of an early lead to EVOS. Actually, yes, you have a decent late game, but you don't want to give it away too much. Meanwhile, JPL in a lot of trouble in no man's land. Where's the rest of the team? He's going to use Circling Eagle, try to delay as much time as possible. Will Potato join that fight? I'm offended. Will use it to get the hook back, and JPL will eventually fall alone.
Look at Potato, right? His game sense. He was there standing by, waiting to hit the Lycan Pounce and a Blaster to Tower, but once he sees JPL goes down, he retreats. So that basically saved EVOS from getting too much losses in this early game. Here, using the Electro Final Blow, will be clearing the jungle wave and Suna securing the gold buff.
Team Flash now starting to put a lot more focus onto the top side, adding a good map awareness, senses that there are a lot of members on Team Flash that is missing. He will back away. Meanwhile, Potato is taking his jungle camp. Suna against JPL.
Gear looking good. Look at Dara, right? He's being aggressive here, trying to cut the wave, focus. Yeah, it seems like both teams will not be committing to any team fight yet. Now, the second turtle is going to be out in less than 50 seconds. I think they want to go for this objective. That's the reason why they are just being silent and just walking around and just have a feel of the battlefield.
And with turtle coming up onto the bot lane, I think EVOS SG, they need to play this out carefully because members of Flash are all at the top. They want to get the gank onto Chang'e. Once Chang'e goes down, they put more siege onto this turret.
They want this tier 1. Meteor Shower will be activated just to clear the creep wave, but JPL into the front line. They want to engage this team fight here. Can they jump in? They will. Potato using the Bloodthirsty Howl. Now he's trying to escape. He's low. He's trying to get that kill to get his HP up. He's going to go, but here almost goes down. But then again, Benedetta with that mobility manages to escape. So far, only JPL was lost in that team fight.
Good recovery coming from Team Flash. They hold their ground at the tier 1 on the top side, and this is going to give a bit of a breathing space for Dara that just manages to pick up his Heart's Claw after taking some of that energy plaguing off the tier 1 turret onto the bottom side. A lot of major items come from both sides. This is where Team Flash can look to pop off. Meanwhile, Gear trying to go against the 1v1.
Wow, 1v1 against a pseudo tanker of Ruby. I will give this to Dara in this lane.
Yeah, he picked up his Heart's Claw, so that's going to allow him to just sustain a little bit better. He's going to get the lifesteal off the Benedetta. Not too afraid now to push out slightly more often. Meanwhile, top lane, both Lunox and Chang'e are super low, but it is going to be the Chang'e that walks away with that kill. However, EVOS Ashley, can they actually secure the tier 1 turret fast enough? Because Team Flash are starting to make those rotations onto the turtle stream.
Yep, they are indeed, and they're trying to get this map advantage here, but Fenrir will not give up. He wants his spot, he wants that bush. Here comes Suna in the front line, securing the Little Wonder, so they have that movement speed in the river. JPL trying to engage Suna here, but Gear will just stand by, and they will be starting the Lord, and Team Flash, Dara activates that one. They don't run Wolf King. Here comes the engagement coming in. Suna trying to get into the back line, but Fenrir using that Tyrant to break. He will go down in the hands of Adam with the Meteor Shower as well as the secures one on. JPL goes down. Elixir Final Blow was used, trying to get Suna. Suna is running away from Potato, but then again, he's going to go down. Seems like it's going to be 4-1 on the side of EVOS and securing the turtle as well.
That's why it's so scary for Potato to be on this Roger. With the killing spree, he was initially caught out by the side of Flash, right? Fenrir going to climb his bridge, but unfortunately, there was just not enough follow-up for Team Flash. And in an instant, after picking off the heroes of Team Flash one by one, the killing spree, he regens all the HP up and can even go for the turtle himself. So this is where EVOS actually can really look to pop off. That Roger is at all-time high. This is where his power spike kicks in. And Team Flash, they're not doing so well in this early team fights. They need more time on this Esmeralda. They need more time on this Ruby to farm those items up.
I totally agree with you. This is where EVOS SG want to be. The aggression. Speaking of which, Dara is surprisingly low. Electro Final Blow misses Dara, and Dara is just going to stay there and not come in the path of that Electro Final Blow.
Well, Team Flash putting a lot more focus down onto the mid lane. EVOS actually doing a good job at maintaining this lead, but looks like we're gonna have a bit of a pause just before a tough fight. Now, moving back into the game, we are 7 minutes and 30 seconds past the start. EVOS actually still in the lead. Not the biggest of lead, but a lead that they would like to have. They've really taken out the tier 1 at the top. Like I said, they will focus now onto the mid, that the bottom turret is already cracked. That's the pressure coming in from here on this Vendetta. And with the outer tier turret gone, EVOS actually can now look to put more pressure into the jungle of Team Flash.
Yep, I really hope the game pause just now did not affect the aggression coming in, the momentum coming in from Team EVOS. So I really hope they can pick it up again and not lose momentum here on the side of Team EVOS. And here we see again, Fenrir, we're going to focus here in the bottom half of the map because that's going to be the third turtle of the game.
Team Flash looking for an opening. What they want to do is to buy time for this Esmeralda and Ruby. And speaking of those two, they're going to be hurling down the bot lane. We do see a dominance eye starting to come off from Dara. That's going to help a little bit more. The same as well as anti-regen on EVOS SG side. Now, with Potato taking the turtle, do they actually contest for this one?
Well, if you are Team Flash, if I'm Team Flash, I would not contest for this one. Right, like I mentioned before, look at the past two team fights. If the past two team fights you can't win that, don't go for that third.
I think a saving grace for Team Flash is that they have a very good turtle comp. It's really tough to break into this competition because of death ball, right? It's a bit of a front to back if you think about it. A Lunox sitting at the back line. There's a Ruby to use the Arm on Feather to hook you in if you get a little bit too deep. And there is also that Kurufar with the bouncing ball that can stop the Roger if he wants to go into like and pounce. However, Conceal coming up from Team Flash, however, they won't get a kill. Like, EVOS actually knows that. They're just going to go back to farming and wait for the next big objective, which is the lot that's coming up in 80 seconds.
Yeah, we mentioned about Fenrir, and Fenrir did not repeat the same mistake. So he was just staying in the bush and waiting to engage, and he's not going to engage yet. No, he's going to go down here. They know for a fact that they do not have the map advantage. JPL is there opening up the map for his teammates, so Fenrir will match him 1-for-1 here.
EVOS actually making use of the Benedetta to split push the lanes up, and that kind of forces Team Flash to station one member on that very lane. Now, Team Flash, they trying to rush into the fight early game, and now they've learned their lesson. They're sitting back a bit, which gives EVOS actually the space to play aggressively. That's what they want to do. At this current moment, I still feel that EVOS SG is ahead in terms of not only goal, but the experience as well. And this is why Team Flash needs to just play a bit more disciplined.
Alright, look here in the bottom. JPL using that circling eagle. They waited for the chance. They waited for Gear to do her job. Up top, they're going to secure the T2 turret in the bottom. And why not, they say, let's dehydrate their resources from them.
And this is the impact that JPL can bring to the table as a Mutada. Yes, I counter her out as a tank, but the usefulness of using the Guiding Soul, or rather the Guiding Wind, to bring a teammate to you underneath the tier 2 dive, and they still can get out without getting punished. And this is what EVOS actually wants to do. They want to stuff Team Flash out of their own jungle. There's nothing that Team Flash can do at this point, and it's all about hoping that EVOS actually makes a mistake.
Fenrir winding up, opening up the bush. For his teammate, the Lord is out. This is not the Luminous Lord, this is the first Lord. Adame will start the Lord. Just going to try to bait Team Flash. Now, should Team Flash be contesting for this Lord?
Well, I don't think it's worth contesting. One hand, you don't have enough resources at this point. On the second, it's only a pre-12 minute Lord. It's really not worth rushing into a team fight and eventually dying. And the caveat for EVOS actually is, if Team Flash actually contested for the Lord and they lost too many members there, they could actually look to end the game. That's what Team Flash doesn't want to happen. So I think it's a good call from Team Flash to play a little more disciplined, sit back. Like I said, they have a very good death ball comp. They can just sit back, relax behind the tier 3s, hopefully not lose too many members in the process, and then hope to recover from there.
Well, look at how disciplined is EVOS SG. They know they have the Lord. Here would try to cut the wave. He has that mobility, so he doesn't care. Gear is just going to clear this wave and then just wait for the Lord. Look at the Lord. Lord is going to go down in the bottom lane, so they're trying to sink in the mid wave as well. So they're going to push it together. JPL just going to be there, opening up the map. They're going to focus on split pushing. T2 in the middle is going to go down. They're trying to focus. It seems like they're gonna be engaging to get it below. JPL engages with the back line on the circling Eagles. Potato using that word, trying to go for the inhibitor. They are focusing on objective. Now they're gonna go for a team fight. Lord is still at 50% life. Pokemon is still pushing low. He's gonna go down. Look at that Potato go. That Potato goes down now. They're gonna go for that Crystal, but Crystal will be half HP. It seems a triple kill is gonna go with Suna. So Team Flash is fighting back. It's gonna be 3-4-2 on the side of Team Flash.
This is exactly what I meant. Team Flash, a death ball comp, and when EVOS actually gets too greedy, they will be punished. I think Potato did a good job at applying pressure, which opened up the tier 3 at the bot lane, but you could see if EVOS actually do this one too many times, Team Flash could then look to push back and punish the heck out of EVOS. Look at this, it all started with a circling eagle. Yeah, credit to him, he did get the kill on the Fenrir, but he lost his life there. I think this is the point where EVOS actually could have backed off, but they have gone too deep. Potato wants to go in, but the rest of the members are getting put back by the Yin Yang overturn, and just like that, like you said, the Yin Yang overturned the fight, and that allowed Suna and Dara to clean up the rest and pick up the Matilda.
Yep, it seems like A1, A2 is online now, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the 13-minute mark. So which means that once we reach 15, we are into the late game. Team Flash will have their power spikes ready for Team EVOS. So what should EVOS do now?
Well, for EVOS actually, all they have to do is do what they've been doing all along this entire game. Slowly starve out Team Flash, look for those huge objectives. In this case, they've already managed to take out all the outer turrets. They even got a tier 3 down the bottom to help the Lord. This time round, the next Lord is going to be an enlightened Lord. So it's all about being disciplined, right? Starve Team Flash, look for a pick-off if they can. If they can't, it's fine. We're still ahead in terms of gold. We're still ahead in terms of levels. All we have to do is just make sure we form an outer ring around the Lord's Pit, so whenever Team Flash wants to come in, we can then just look for a team fight.
Yep, Team Flash, on the side of Team Flash, they have to be careful. They have to stick together now, right? They have their back things on the wall. EVOS is trying to pick them one by one. There's going to be a battle here for that purple buff. Seems like it's going to be, I believe it's Chang'e secure that purple buff. That is the one that we're talking about. Taking away the resources from them. So EVOS SG is doing exactly what you predicted.
Yeah, it's all about resource management, and Adamir playing on the Chang'e. It's so annoying, to see a Chang'e on the other side, because there's always that overlooming threat of your purple buff getting stolen. That's what EVOS actually did. Now let's take a look at the items. Everyone's pretty much back at this point, but Fenrir, tries to go in for the Tyrant's Rage and Tyrant combo. Unfortunately, the Guiding Soul comes out from JPL, dodges away from the Claw, and without that huge CC, this means that the next team fight will not be favorable for Flash.
Alright, so next team fight. So when you say that it's not favorable for Flash, so they should not be contesting for this Lord, right?
It's easy to sit here and just say don't contest, but at the second time, on the flip side, it's an enlightened Lord. If EVOS takes this Lord, they can look to punch him down the middle.
Alright, it seems like it is going to be an uncontested Lord, but look at here focusing on A1, A2 Flash!
3-pointer shot, and not only that, EVOS actually, they're looking for the fight in the top lane. The Guiding Soul coming up on the side of JPL, and now they have to commit to the fight. The Falling Star Mode threats EVOS actually to piss a Sayline goes down. Dara tries to buy time as the rest of Team Flash tries to back that Ruby up. He's just life-stealing everything back. He doesn't care. And JPL will be forced to form a bit of a barrier for Adamir. Look at that, they still want to bite back. They've really got the Lord settled. Can they stop members of Team Flash from going back? Dara tries to go for the hook. Suna says, I will oblige. He goes back into the fight, but the circling Aegis followed by the Soul Bloom will bring Dara down. And now Suna is all by his own. They will do it. 2 on 3, and they walk away. Not only that, they get the meteor shower down.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, a huge fight coming in from EVOS, despite the fact that they secured the Lord. Now the Lord is gonna be knocking on Team Flash's door. This could potentially be the GG, and it's gonna be a luminous Lord, mind you. They're gonna focus here in the inhibitor turret in the middle. Meteor shower will be used to clear the creep waves. They're trying to secure this, but look at Lord. Block is all alone. He's at 20% life. They're gonna focus on the inhibitor up top. JPL trying to engage, but no one was there. Inhibitor turret is down. up top. They're going to focus here in the middle. Lord is nowhere to be seen right now. At least it's a secure one. They're trying to secure this inhibitor. Meteor Shower is really, look at Pokemon. It's surprisingly low with that Meteor Shower. They're trying to push in here. Creep waves are creeping in, but for now, it seems like EVOS SG cannot commit to that team fight any further. They will reset.
EVOS actually, what a beast of a team. They initially looked like they were losing the top lane when Asmarter came in the Falling Star Moon, but then a sudden turn of events just by using the Chungus Meteor Shower alongside with JPL. That burst damage was more than enough to bring down Dara, and because of that, Team Flash didn't have the two of them, but the Lord was pushing the bot lane. The super minion waves were more than enough to take down the tier 3s at the top and mid, and that leaves Team Flash base exposed. That's not what you want, but that's what Team Flash will have to deal with now.
Yep, even though their base is exposed, they have the defensive power. They have that A1, A2, yin and yang overturn, the massive slow. So now that they are pinned down in their base, they have that small area to defend. It's better for them, right? So what EVOS SG needs to do now is basically they have to be disciplined. It seems like they are waiting for another Lord.
Well, they are not in a strange position, unfamiliar position to be exact, right? We saw them play against the likes of Kingsman in yesterday's game, but this is the same exact scenario. They had all the turrets, but they just couldn't push in. So I think EVOS actually is going to do the same thing all over again. You know, a little bit of a taunt cover with JPL. It's all about making sure that Team Flash doesn't push out of the base, and they just continuously take the Lord after Lord a lot. Eventually, if Team Flash makes a mistake, that's where EVOS actually can look to snap up game.
Yep, I really like how this Fenrir trying to get JPL using the Tyrant's Revenge. No support coming instead. No fights coming in. So it seems like both teams will be resetting. I know for the fact that how EVOS is very disciplined in terms of just waiting for the right time and just clearing the resources in the jungle.
It's all about itemization at this point, right? Making sure that you juggle between the cooldown of immortality as well as, you know, sustainability when the immortality is off. So I think for Team Flash, yes, it's easier said than done. All you have to do is sit back, but it's so tough to play with no outer turret. And look at that, Team Flash now venturing into the beyond, trying to find a hook, trying to find a gang. However, EVOS actually, they are no mean feat. They're just making sure that they don't get caught out of position.
Well, it seems like the way they are hovering here, Team Flash, they want to contest for this luminous Lord. They have the firepower now. It's in the late game, 20 minutes in. So if I was Team Flash, high risk, high reward, right? I have the firepower, I will go for the Lord. But here comes that enemy coming in, but Matilda securing, sorry, Esmeralda, Suna secures one. So 1 for nothing for now. Lord is still up. It seems like EVOS unloads the clip. Stella trying to get into the front line. Pokemon uses the brilliance to go away. Fenrir almost got brought down by the flame shot. But then again, both teams, Benedetta securing one. All Pokemon, so their main damage dealer is going to be gone from the map. Look at Suna popping that truncheon and potato one. Suna so bad. Now Suna is going to go down in the hands of Sailor. It's going to be 2 for 1. It seems like now Team Flash will be reset.
Unfortunately, Team Flash, despite getting Adamir in the mid lane, they just didn't have enough in the back gear, just constantly forcing the track onto the back line. And you know, those super minion waves, they are a pain to bother with. Every single time Team Flash looks like they're winning a fight, they have to worry about their base, and that's why you don't want to lose too many turrets in the early game. But EVOS actually now, because of that fight, because of a good recovery from losing Adamir, they will secure the Luminous Lord like you mentioned, and they can now look to try to end the game.
Yep, and look at how disciplined is here in the bottom, using the Benedetta to sink the wave. So at least now they will have 2 minimum. Take it away with Dara. Trying to escape here. JPL is going side by side with him. Lord is going to go up in the middle. The minion wave in the bottom is going to come in as well. JPL is low. No tank now for EVOS. Mr. Shower has been defender in the back line. Use the turret face on Sailor. But it seems like Immortality is going to save her. They're trying to go for it. Luna. Just look at the crystal. It's going to go down. It's going to hit the crystal. It's going to be EVOS. EVOS is the winner in this series. 2-1 for EVOS.